Picture this, it's Sunday afternoon and you're sprawled on the couch, scrolling through your phone, unable to muster the energy to do anything. You tell yourself you're just being lazy, but what if it's something deeper? What if you're not lazy at all, but burnt out? Burnout isn't just feeling tired, it's a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion that sneaks up on you, often disguised as a lack of motivation. In 2023, a Gallup study found that 65% of workers worldwide reported symptoms of burnout, with many feeling trapped in a cycle they can't escape. So, how do you know if it's burnout or just a lazy streak? Here are 7 telltale signs and what you can do about them. 1. You feel like a stranger in your own life. Ever feel like you're just going through the motions? Like you're watching your life from the outside? This is called depersonalization, a hallmark of burnout. You might wake up, go to work, and come home feeling numb, as if you're disconnected from your own emotions. Take Sarah, a teacher who used to love her job. Now, she feels like a robot, teaching classes without joy, unable to connect with her students or even herself. Unlike laziness, which is a consistent trait, this detachment often comes after prolonged stress. If this sounds familiar, it's a sign your mind is crying for a break. 2. Your motivation has vanished. Think back to a time when you were driven, maybe you crushed deadlines or poured your heart into a hobby. Now, you can barely get out of bed to start the day. Burnout often hits high achievers hardest. Unlike lazy people who rarely feel motivated to begin with, burnout steals the drive you once had. A 2021 study in the Journal of Occupational Health showed that burnout reduces productivity by up to 30% in previously high-performing individuals. If you're wondering where your spark went, burnout might be the thief. 3. You've lost your passion. Remember the things that used to light you up. Maybe it was painting, running, or even your job. Now, those activities feel like chores or worse. You resent them. Take Mark, who loved coding apps in his spare time. After years of overworking, he can't even open his laptop without feeling dread. Burnout doesn't just sap energy. It can make you turn against what you once loved. Lazy people, on the other hand, rarely have passions to lose. If your favorite activities now feel pointless, it's a red flag. 4. You're snapping at everyone. Have you noticed you're more irritable than usual? Maybe you snap at your partner over a small mess or lose patience with a coworker for no reason. Burnout messes with your emotional regulation, turning you into someone you don't recognize. According to the American Psychological Association, chronic stress can increase irritability by 40% in burnt-out individuals. If you were once calm and collected but now feel like a ticking time bomb, it's not just a bad mood, it's burnout. 5. Self-care feels like a distant memory. When was the last time you ate a proper meal, slept 8 hours, or took a moment to care for yourself? Burnout often leads to neglecting basic needs. You might skip showers, live off takeout, or isolate yourself from friends because even texting feels exhausting. This isn't laziness. Lazy people might skip tasks, but don't usually spiral into self-neglect. If you're avoiding mirrors or dreading social plans, burnout could be taking over. 6. Your body is screaming for help. Burnout doesn't just affect your mind, it hits your body too. Chronic headaches, muscle tension, or constant fatigue that no amount of coffee can fix are common signs. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Psychology linked burnout to physical symptoms like insomnia and weakened immune systems, making you more prone to illness. If you're always tired, getting sick often, or waking up with a knot in your stomach, your body is waving a warning flag. 7. It crept up slowly. Burnout isn't an overnight guess, it moves in gradually. The World Health Organization describes burnout as a process with stages, from initial enthusiasm to creeping stress to chronic exhaustion and finally, full-blown burnout. Maybe you started skipping workouts, then stopped calling friends, and now you can't remember the last time you felt normal. Unlike laziness, which is a steady state, burnout builds over time, often unnoticed until it's severe. If you can trace these changes back through weeks or months, you're likely dealing with burnout. What can you do about it? Recognizing burnout is the first step to reclaiming your life. Start small. Take a walk, journal your thoughts, or set a timer for 5 minutes of deep breathing. These acts can hit the reset button on your nervous system. Next, set boundaries, say no to extra work or commitments that drain you. A 2020 study showed that people who set clear boundaries reported 25% lower burnout rates. If you're struggling, don't hesitate to talk to a therapist or counselor. They can help you unpack the stress and rebuild your energy. Finally, reconnect with something you love, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. It's like watering a wilted plant. Small efforts can bring you back to life. Burnout isn't a life sentence, but ignoring it can lead to serious issues like anxiety or depression. If you're seeing these signs in yourself or someone you know, act now. Share your story in the comments. What's been your biggest burnout struggle? Or maybe you found a way to bounce back. Let's help each other out. If this video hits home, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more mental health insights.